Ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend, guten Nacht, buenos dias, buenos noches, buenos tardes, bonjour, bonsoir, bienvenue, buongiorno, ahoy, akasamash, annyeong haseyo, assalamu alaikum, shalom, molkarimaka, jintobar, kidor, what do? Good morning. It's early morning streaming. It's early. It's morning. We're streaming. Hi, how are you? It's Friday. It's a Friday. It's December 19th. We're getting through the year. The year has come and gone. Like the years start coming and they don't stop coming. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm waking up. I'm still doing trying to do this thing of I read an article. ADHD is a circadian rhythm disorder. A study says, and you can shock your circadian rhythm. I'm saying shock. I don't remember what the term is, but you can sort of manipulate the circadian rhythms with light therapy for an hour, first thing in the morning. And I did this yesterday, and I have to do this for an hour. The music is just for effect. The music's not necessarily part of the thing. But there you go. And eyes have to be open. Like, it just can't be shining on your face, your eyes, for an hour. And it has to be, like let's say a 45-degree angle coming at you to simulate the sun. And I don't know that I could do that. I mean, I did it for like 10 minutes yesterday and like 10 minutes today. I'm trying to build my tolerance, but this is... this is a challenge. Just with this light and want some coffee, and maybe the caffeine will help. So what you're not seeing in the mornings, I'm sitting here like this for a while. Again, I have to keep the eyes open, and then just, let's just try to, this is like witchcraft. I'm trying to burn the ADHD out of my body, right? Like, this is some like snake handling Southern Baptist type shit of like, expose them to the sun and it'll drive out the demons. Good morning. Yes, burn it out. Good morning, screaming platypus. I can't even see the switch. Hold on. I have to close my, that's the interesting thing. I have to close my eyes in order to find the switch on the, I'm not touching the light everywhere. You can't see shit. It's like the headlights. People like, fucking hackneyed stand-up comedy. Like, yo, man, what's up with the headlights? They're so bright. And I'm gonna do some crowd work. You're gay. Like shit like that. But I can't see shit past it. And then somehow it's easier for me to close my eyes and then touch for the button than it is to begin to stare in that distance and like try to find a switch. I'm assuming, like, again, this thing is old. I've had this for years. This is back when word on the street is you could use this like to treat depression is light therapy for. So I just so happen to have what was called a happy light. I remember these things being tremendously expensive. To their credit, it's still working. Like years and years later, it has not been plugged in many. And then Monty's like, this article, or someone's like, this article in light therapy, and I'm like, shit, I got a therapy light, and it's just like, here it is. All I had to do is find a power adapter that worked for it, 12 volt. Bada bing, bada boom. Good morning, streaming platypus. How are you doing though? But that's not what we're here for today. We're not here to talk about ADHD therapies and stand-up comedy. We're here to talk about video games. We're here for Restory. Blame the wife. Good morning, Romandy Python. Well, blaming, crediting, I mean, that's one of these things where you decide what you want. Like, I'm sure if I mislabeled it, I could see a timeline where I'm like, I saw this, I did this, I. Oh, sure, it was all you, motherfucker. You did it by yourself, huh? Right? So, like, I'm just trying to spread it around. Like, if I had said it was all me, I'm sure I would get a quip about that because it wasn't. I don't know where the credit goes or doesn't. We're spreading the credit. We're spreading the blame. Restory. So no, I want to talk about something else. Hold on. Before Restory, thank you again for playing Phasmophobia with Jin last night. And we've been playing Mammon King, which I am enjoying. But I do have these games to playtest that, like, I feel like I have to. I agreed to do them. Like, I signed up for a thing, or they offered me a key in some cases, and in some cases I'm raising my hand. In some cases they're coming to me, and whatever. They're doing a lot of people, but I take it somewhat seriously. So as much as I'm enjoying Mammon King, I do want to do this, and this does sound up my alley, right? So Restory. It's supposedly a cozy game where I forgot to mute your mic yesterday and you made new friends. I heard you made new friends. It's supposed to be a cozy game where you repair electronics in Japan, and that sounds like something I would like. It's something I would do. And yeah, we'll get into it. We'll switch over here, and it's another one of these games that only makes sounds when you over it. And the backgrounds look kind of cool. I'm constantly on, like, AI defensive. Like, is this hand drawn? Is this AI? What is the story on this? And I feel like for the most part, this passes the smell test. I will say that, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying I don't know if this person, what their Japanese fluency is. But I can't help but notice that I feel like this wants to say ramen, but it doesn't. This doesn't say ramen. This is like fumen or possibly wamen, but you're missing a part right about here. Like, you need a stroke right along there for that to be ramen. And they're missing this. Kind of like how right here you got this, right? This is the second head of Raiden. But you need one of those, or karaoke, right? See the there's a ra. You're missing it. You're missing it. So 0 out of 10 stars. No. But let's just get into it. I know nothing about it. This is with zero research, right? This is not the final version. It may be broken, contain temporary content or unpredictable bugs, like a typo in ramen. Please report your impressions. Yeah, we'll do that. I do faulty surveys, and I also provide them links to the videos. So if you're watching, hi. I'm just having fun. I'm not dissing on anything. Early 2000s, Tokyo. Looks cool. I like the to-do area. Clean up the work area. That was too fast. Clean up the work area. Sort the inventory, throw away boxes, open a repair shop. Okay, so let's clean up. Let's move my bloody glove out of here. Painty? Bloody painty. Painty bloody. Which what is it? I'm just gonna throw my shit all away. Oh. Alright, and then this goes in the No. You don't this is good cable. Is that wires? Those are good wires. You would not throw those away. Put them in a drawer. No. I am not gonna throw those away. And the same thing with this. What is Okay, the screwdriver is broken, but there's nothing wrong with this. It's put them in the 10-year box. Yeah, I mean, we joke about the 10-year box, but again, this light. Good morning. I keep wanting to go Yoi Serene, but I know she made the switch. You'll have to forgive me from time to time. So good morning, Serene. This is old, right? I needed a power adapter. I reached into within 2 minutes of reaching into the power, I found a 12-volt power adapter. Thank you so much. I found a 12-volt power adapter that was, 3 amps. That was more than enough. So, like, we can make fun of the box, but that shit came in handy, right? Like, and again, like, bang, bang, it was right in there. Yes, this might be up your alley. This seems like a cozy game, Serene. So, like, I'll let you know. And if you're interested, I can get you a key. You let me know if you'll play it. If you won't play it or you're not interested, let me know. And we're definitely not throwing away these parts. No, these are okay, yeah, parts, yes. So, put it in the part box. Put it in the part box. They really want me to throw it away, huh? Oh, I feel unhappy about that. Alright. Are we clean? Open the store. I got my Zen up. Sort out the inventory and throw away box. I mean... What's up, homie? How are you getting on? Cleaning up? I'm here about rent. We agreed 2,000 yen per week. Oh, by the way, Oh, on the way here, I found a phone. I don't know whose it is, but it's mine now. Everything here is mine, although it doesn't turn on. How much will it cost to repair it? I mean, I owe this dude rent. Yeah. Okay, so he'll give me money. I'll put this phone. I'll be around here somewhere. Okay, cool. It's a Hashimoto. What are we getting into here? Oh, it's a Pokia. All right. Well, what are we getting into here? All right, take that there, and I guess that there, and then here's the back. There's the back, and then oh, I just realized I'm about to put this thing back together, and I'm gonna have a hard time doing this in real life. All right. No. Okay. Yeah. So you say. As you say. Oh, to turn it around. The phone number in the back, and to get this battery out. And then scroll wheel to zoom in, enhance. All right. I mean, it looks fine. Oh God, no. Oh, there's zero chance I put this back first thing in the morning. It's too early. All right, I'll do my best. Okay, disassembling this here Pokia. All right, and then oh Jesus wept. This is gonna go sideways. Okay, I mean, we have this thing stripped down to the fucking bare metal. Like, what more could you possibly want me to... Alright, is this sufficient? Are we good here? I gotta take this out? Okay, so... I don't know what else they want me to do. Alright, how to reassemble. Circuit boards... Okay, so... Oh, they're gonna have, like, little... Okay, they're gonna have little instructions for me to get back here. That's nice. Okay. Now what? I must be able to take the battery out and miss the... I mean, swapping a battery out on a phone is a lost... Here's what I'm told. They want the phones to be dust-proof, waterproof, right? So, like, you can't have seams, you can't have seals, you can't have openings, you can't have apertures, doors, drawers, and all the other things you cannot have. You simply can't. But, yeah, dude, I mean, like, the number of times I'd be like, all right, swap out the battery, pop it in, like, boom, you're good. Like, you just had a second battery and you're good. I don't know what they want me to do now. All right, I've rotated the object. There's nothing more I can disassemble from here, right? So, should I just start cleaning? Does this stay hovering in space when I start cleaning? So do I pick this up and then over here. Okay, interesting. Remove the dirt. Rotate it to remove dirt. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, get in there. All right, so it just keeps going back to that part no matter what I do. The function... Well, yeah, the function button. These are dirty. So I dragged them over to here. All right. Let's restore a Nokia. Okay. And then the front panel. Sure. Front panel is dirty. Yes, I... dirty phone. All right, and then the batteries. I bet you the battery's more than just 30. We're gonna have to replace that, but we'll find out. Okay, clean the Pokia. Okay, sure. And then the back panel. Back panel's dirty. Yeah, it throws me off that I think you want to put down this sort of last bit of the phone, that main piece. Part of me wants to, like, put that down, but I guess we have to hold on to that at all times. All right, how to reassemble circuit board. All right, so let's turn this around here. Yeah, and then pilot this in space. Okay. So far, it's a cool-looking game. Circuit board. Screen. Screen frame. Thank you so much for having this. I was getting scared there for a second. Speaker. Keyboard. Keypad. Nope. Keypad. Nope. Oh, if the Titan needs back up. All right. Of course. We didn't mention that, but keypad. Keypad. Function buttons. The function buttons. Option button. The option button. Front panel. Front panel. Front panel. Front pan. Screws down. I don't remember lifting those up. Front down. Battery. Flip her over. Pop in new battery. There. Look at that shiny oh, the screen animates! Look at this shiny ass Pokia. Alright. Now what? Perfect. Compeki des. What do I do? Okay, X out of here. And then Hashimoto, and then put it here. Oh, it's an order for Hashimoto. Hashimoto's the dude's name. Alright, they still said I have to sort out inventory, throw away box. I can't stand Akiba, the noise, the crowds, but it's more peaceful here with you. What are you doing? Is this phone ready? I don't have much time. Yeah. I know that number. In short, you may be contacted, but it's better if you don't answer. And in general, you really should close before midnight. There was an incident last night. Someone broke into a store and ransacked everything and stole some expensive equipment. My son was on the scene. He came home very angry and wet. He provides security for very good rates, but we'll discuss that later. Bye. All right, and then money in the till. All right, so they said... Excuse the intrusion. What the hell? Excuse the intrusion. I hope I didn't scare you. The last master always got scared. I live directly above you. I'm taking part in my... Hold on. In an online Pac-Man championship on my old Atari 2600, but my joystick broke. I'm so close to the record. Okay, so... This flies in the face of reality. How could you possibly be using an old Atari 2600 to play Pac-Man online? Second... Pac-Man for the 2600 is garbage. It's perhaps one of the worst Pac-Mans there is. So that would exactly be the type of game that someone would want to do a Pac-Man tournament for. So that checks out, right? Like the worst version of Pac-Man. Yeah, that's what the tournament would be. And you're just going to drop a bucket here. Okay. It's the second time this month I got 2 broken joysticks. Can you fix at least one of them? Just tug on the rope if you agree. Yeah, sure. All right. I have to finish sorting my shit here, though. All right, what else? Where do you want me to put this clock? There. And this lamp. Oh, that lamp's nice. And a radio. All right. Oh, nice! It's lo-fi hip-hop girl. That's what it is. This is lo-fi hip-hop girl aesthetic. This is all lo-fi hip-hop beats to study and chill out to... coded. All right, let's get this bitch apart. This is accurate, by the way. Having taken apart Atari 2600 joysticks, the screws are this far down. Oh, I love it. It's all I ever wanted to be was a little old Japanese man with my retirement. I feel like Mondi and I have discussed this. This was, and I think this was her opinion that like. We saw a video on, like, old Japanese men, like, fixing toys and shit at, like, the hospital. Or, like, she's like, you should do that. And she's not wrong. Again, I have taken apart Atari 2600 joysticks several times. This is anatomically correct. This is very, very, very similar to... This should come off, though. That should come off still. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Those traces are right. The pin, that looks 100% right. Like, I know it's not necessary. But, joystick, PCB. That is spot fucking on. Here. I know no one cares but me, but I care so much that I'm going to force you to give a shit as well. There. I mean, that is correct. Right? Look at that. I mean, and certainly not for video game purposes. That shit is right. Again, like, maybe the dude, I mean, whoever made this, the guy or the dude or whatever, you know, they can look it up online, but, like, props for that being 100% what it looks like. Like, all the parts are correct. Those screws are like that as well. Hell yeah, man. So you're saying what? Go here? Okay. So you're saying store this. Alright, so the action button is broken and the cord is broken. So then... So I gotta, like... Does this need cleaned? Missing a circuit board. It's not missing. It's here. Alright, so cord and action button, I guess. So let's do this. Alright, and then you, and then that has to stay there. Cord is broken, and the button being broken doesn't make a ton of sense because it's just a hunk of plastic. Alright, okay. Alright, so then if we get this other joystick... Before you stand, Inspector Sakamoto, why are you tensing up like a cat in a kimono? There's a little case I'm investigating. There was a chase last night. Someone broke into a store, smashed the windows, and made off the expensive equipment. Chased them all the way to the Kanda River. In the shore, I fell in the river. I'm fine, but my flashlight was damaged. Won't turn. Could you have take a look? That flashlight is my faithful partner. When it turned on, smoke came out and glass smashed to pieces. It's a popular model, but you can't get parts for it here anymore. I just hope that you can find a donor in the marketplace. Be sure to check it. Yep. I still don't have the internet. I have an internet guy. He's a little odd, but he knows what he's doing. I'll send him to you. By the way, I'm surprised that somebody opened up again here so quickly after business left the last master, but you seem to know what you're doing, so good luck. Alright, where can I put this? Oh, we'll put that over there for Sakamoto. Where is the other... I know the other controller's around here somewhere. Okay. Alright, can I just bring this over here? I can. Alright. Game looks beautiful. Like, the aesthetic, it's really well done. I like the little dust motes. Right? Periodically getting, you know. Kicking up. Alright. And then... Alright, well, we're probably saving the button. You're saying the button. And then, the cord. Save the cord. And then the rest of this is... I guess they're telling me it's garbage. Right? Circuit board's fried. But we can clean up the back, I guess? Get the 2 controllers and make a single one out of it. Nice. Alright. Clean this up. Okay, yeah, you definitely have to get it from all the angles. Get it from all the angles. Alright, and then this is, I guess they're saying this is just garbage. Alright, so, can we just component, there, set those aside. So now if I go back to the other box. Right? And now I go into here. Little sumo dude. Preach. Cable, circuit board, button. Alright. And then the little sleeve. And I guess we just have an extra back. Which I'm fine with. Like, let's hold on to the extra back, man. Alright. That goes on to you. And then I think you said that this goes onto here. Or even though I don't know what's going to hold that in place. And then you go into here. And then you go into here. Nope. Then you go into the back panel. The cord. And then the top. And we have a spare top. And then we have a spare top. And we got some extra screws. There you go. Come picky this. Alright. And then we put that up here. Alright. Let's start looking at Sakamoto's. We need to close by midnight is what they were saying. So, let's see if we can get the... Make heads or tails of this here. Alright, that broke. Maybe it just needs a new bulb? I mean, should I even be completely dissecting this? Yeah, so far this is pretty fucking rad. I'm happy with this. Oh, there's different cleaning tools. I just realized that. I didn't notice that. Okay. All right, take that there. Clean this off. Okay. Yank the battery out. Is that it? And that's... Circuit board, left panel, right panel, battery with cup. Alright, broken circuit board. The right battery and the battery panel are fine, so we throw out the bulb, the cup. The cup is garbage, the bulb is garbage, and what's fried? The circuit board's fried. Alright, and then we'll... Yep, here's your joystick. I still don't have any internet. Might be able to... Can I help? Might be nice to be able to do something. Yeah. Here's an advert from provider. The best rates. Write your answer or what speed you want. I guess we'll... I mean, give me that basic plan to start. Platty, how's it going? Alright. On forums, everyone writes that only official servers can perform prayers. I don't get it. You're my only hope. You do have a license. Tell them you don't have a license yet. What a pity. So you have a PMP license. I'll be in touch. Alright, so... Money! We got money! So, how do we put this... How do we put this up for now? I mean, if I put this on the shelf, all the parts go with it, right? Well, what do you want me to do? I don't have... Alright, so we gotta find a circuit board online, I guess? Circuit board, cup, and a bulb. Godzilla Firefox. Motorola Razor. Sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Motorola Razor. Yep, add that to our basket. And then someone said something about an Motorola Razor, but I don't know if we have enough. We do. We have enough money. All right, and then Tamagotchi. Why are they just out here? So here's what I don't get. We're just out here calling it the Atari 2600, but then we're like a Gotachi. Like it's a interesting distinction to make. All right, so we bought our goods, I guess. Hey, Master, I'm glad you opened up something. The last Master went missing suddenly, and it's been difficult. Mr. Hashimoto said you need help delivering bills and orders, picking up goods for sale, just put everything on the counter. So what have you got here? Bills, rent, internet. I'll bring them to you every week. Gotta go. All right, speed is of the essence. Okay. Not the best place for paper. Where? Okay. Well, I mean, internet due. Fine. Rent due. Fine. What? Where do you want? Where do you want me to put paper then? All right. So this is the 2600. Hashimoto got replaced. All right. So do I just put the money in the envelope? Is that? Okay. Yep. And then where's that other envelope? Sakamoto, go over here. All right, and then just put the money in the envelope. There it goes. There's our bills. Did we get our Motorola Razor yet? We did. Okay. And then throw the garbage away. Okay. Let's get Sakamoto's shit squared away. So, cup, lamp. I feel weird like dissecting this for parts though. Like, nothing on the eBay listing said it was broken. So, like, maybe I should just tried it. Maybe it worked. Like, alright. Okay, so... Alright, so this battery's gefuckled. Again, we should be saving these screws. These, like, M3 machine screws, right? Certainly, like, the overall... The house, like, you know, put it in a drawer forever! Okay, so what's broken? The battery and the right panel. And then you guys go here, go here, go here, go here. And honestly, even that, like, that shouldn't be a problem. But alright, where's Sakamoto? Sakamoto, you're up. Alright, cup. Get the cup back in. And a battery. And a panel. Right? I don't know if we need a panel. We need a circuit board. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, okay, so install our circuit board. Other side. The models are really well done. Like, it's super clear looking at this what side the circuit board went in, what side the battery went in. That's really rad. I mean, like, good job. Like, well thought out. You know, it's you could easily have a situation where you have these two little openings, and maybe it goes on one side, maybe it goes in the other. Very clear which one goes where. So good design. So far, I don't have a whole lot of feedback to give it other than this is cool. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, let's test that shit out. All right, and then they're saying that we should just put this here. Oh, we're supposed to close by midnight. It's 3 a.m. So, close the store. Find a donor, fix. Yeah. I mean, they said close by midnight. It's 3 a.m. Yeah. So, let's go. Let's call it night. How do I... It's nighttime. Sleep. Sleep! How do I sleep? Sleep! How do I sleep? Sleep already, Blaine. A save and end the day. Okay, that wasn't clear. All right, we completed our Pokia, and there's an Atari banner on the wall. Like, is this developed by Atari? Like, or what remains of Atari? Of infograms of the remnants of Atari? All right, so we repaired 8,000 yen worth of orders. 4,500 for devices. I guess that's stuff that we bought. Internet was 500. Rent was 2,000. So we have, you know, we're into red. We're into pink. We're into black. We're good. We're honko in this bitch. Early 2000s. All right, buy a Noni PMP from Buckets Roof. Okay, did I not already buy one? All right, Noni PMP. License required. I don't have a license yet. So, all right. So when we pick up this needs thrown away. See, some of this stuff doesn't seem like it should. Like those clippers should not get thrown away. There's my feedback to you guys. Is like, if you consider some of this stuff to be garbage, I don't know, dude. Those wire snips. There's nothing wrong with them that I could see. I guess a broken microwave, broken cup. Wait, we're just gonna throw it all away. Hopefully, I don't need any cleaning chemicals. Repair shot set. Oh, so we have a cozy place now. All right, yeah, that stuff needs to be more garbagey. This I didn't notice. That tells you should go to sleep. So that's on me. The desk is empty. Put any device on the desk. Good morning, Sakamoto. Here's my reward. I mean, I don't know if it's a reward as much as it, you just paying shit that you owe me. You mind if I ask you some questions? Sure. With regard to the incident last night, I'm convinced Hashimoto's involved. We don't officially know anything. Hashimoto's son came home wet and angry. Yeah, I don't know Hashimoto a goddamn thing. He ain't my boy. I'm not gonna grass anyone out, but I don't want to lose it right off. Yep, cat in a kimono. What's up, little girl? Sensei, help my Egagachi. She doesn't respond anymore. She needs to get from my mom. She'll be really angry. My class went on an excursion to the top of Tokyo Tower. It was so up higher, so beautiful. I got distracted and dropped my Egagachi straight into a puddle. I've done everything I could. I fed him rice balls and wrapped him in a towel, but the screen won't light up. I shook and blew him and even said sorry. He still won't wake up. Please fix him. He promised to grow up to be a huge drag. All right, yeah, I got you, girl. All right, let's see what we're getting into here. All right, let's disassemble this Egagachi. So you have to get that screw out, number one. Back off. An LR44. Is that really an LR34? I think maybe a CR2032, but hey, what do I know? I'm pretty sure that should be a CR2032, but the way they were looking at like the circuit board for the 2600, I bet you it is an LR44. I bet you that's correct. All right. And then, we got more screws here. I have not dissected a Tamagotchi before. So. Clean off the circuit board to remove the dust. There you go. The dust has been removed. All right, the LCD screen needs cleaned as well. That looks good. All right, anything on this actually broken? It doesn't seem like any of it's broken. Well, I guess front panel, display board, right? Circuit board, speaker, back panel, no screws. Keep forgetting all these piles of screws that we have. Can't neglect those entirely. All right, back on there. Screws, nope, back on there. It's kind of fiddly getting between the screws and the part, but that's fine. I am the future. You're a Tamagotchi boy. Battery. All right, there we go. And then, let's see. I mean, fire it up. Let's go. Oh, the Nokia animated. That would have been cool if they did the same thing. Gift pack for the girl. Wait, what is this? Is this... Hello, you're looking for me. How can I be of assistance? Tell the girl about her. Yep, remember her class was in her gas. Go and find out where they are. She should at least have her asked her name. But she didn't pay. I'll pay for my own money. Okay, I was gonna say that. Yeah, no, I'll fix a kid's toy. That's fine. It just needed cleaned. I'm not gonna take money, you know, for a couple minutes of cleaning. All right, so how do I get the license? So license required. Outlook. Otorola razor. Sure. So we also bought one of those, but let's get back to the... that's around here somewhere. All right. Sorry about the delivery. I'm here on precipice. I brought a phone on the marketplace, but I need to get it working properly. Do you think you could do that? It's for Haruki. She's the light of my life. She works at the building next door. Have you not been there? Well, I suppose it's not for everybody. It's a rare Autorola limited edition. I hope she'll like it. Okay. Well, what is this shit? That's also an Autorola. And that's garbage. Okay, so... Okay. Alright, in there. Let's take this razor apart. Nope. I mean, do those come out? Or is those just like... There we go. Out of the way. Out all the way. Dissect and dismantle the cellular phone. Take all the screws out. Yank out the battery. Take off the back. The circuit board's fucked. Right? Let's start cleaning shit off here. Get it all nice and clean. Clean you up. Nice and clean. Clean the battery. I assume this is what, like, how you break down a razor. I mean, I guess it's part of the reason why the game is set like in the early 2000s, because, you know, this stuff would have been... I don't know how much of this would actually been something you could repair yourself. But it's certainly like the start of shipping unrepairable by human hands. Alright. Alright. Is this fully dissected now? Nope. We have a screw here. Okay. And we already bought the other razor, so, like, I'm assuming we have all the parts we need to reassemble this. Alright. And then you're fine, so... Back panel is missing, circuit board's broken. Alright, antenna's dirty. Is that the antenna? I didn't know that. Alright. How about that? Antenna's clean. Alright, so everything clean. Clean, 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 clean. Clean or missing. Alright, so let's get the other razor we have kicking around here. Which should be here. Right? And we gotta harvest the circuit board out of this one. Get a donor board here. Get a stack of spare parts. All right. We'll figure out, after we get this all apart, we'll figure out what's broken, what's sturdy, and what's what. I mean, that doesn't look... That just looks sturdy. Antenna. Throw out the broken parts. All right. Okay, so what's broken? The battery's broken. And the antenna's broken. And then display unit, this is dirty. So it's like hybrid, it's part power washing simulator. Right? Part visual novel, part like... If it wasn't for the fact that this clock, I'm constantly thinking about what the time it is. Like, oh, this is a cozy, comforting game. No, it's not. I'm sitting there like, what time is it? How do I get through this all as fast as I can? That's sort of like the downside to it, but I don't know if I got a better suggestion. Like, from a gameplay perspective, you probably have to make the day go forward. A display frame. You need cleaned. All right. All right. So from the one we were trying to repair, we needed a circuit board. And I think that's it. That's all that was missing from it, right? So we go back to this one. Right? Yamamoto's. All we're missing is circuit... Oh, and the back panel. The back panel is also missing. Okay. So grab the back panel from this one. All right. And then... Back panel, back panel, back panel is which one? Back panel, put it in our parts bin. Now switch over to Yamamoto's. All right, and then get these extra parts out. Bing and bing, and we should have everything we need. All right, I think that's... We have everything. Okay, so... Display frame. All right. No, there's no way that's correct. Okay, so... What went on here? The antenna? No. What's the order on this shit? All right, how did it reassemble? Display frame. Really? We're going to put it back this way? Okay. If you say so. All right. And then the display view. And then the front panel. Okay. And then unknown part. That's great. I'll get right on top of unknown part. Antenna housing. Screw in. And that goes there. And that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. Alright, Alright, all I tightened up. Unknown part. Antenna housing. Antenna. Circuit board. Speaker, sure. Back panel. Screw that on. No SIM card. Battery. And that's it. Even though there's an unknown part here, if you're saying it's repaired, that's good enough for me. 6 p.m. Most of the day working on that. That was a big project. All right. Well, let's look at our spam here. Oh, wait. Were we supposed to clean that one? Is this the one we got from... Did I take someone else's phone? Well, no, it can't be. This can't be the one... That can't be the one that I got in the mail isn't a clean, because shit was broken on that. So, I thought I bought that online. Good luck. Alright, where's our 2600 that we need to clean? Here. Yeah, presumably that's okay. Again, accurate. Huge screws all the way down there. I don't think the 2600 was ever really big in Japan, though, if I'm being honest with you. But I don't know. Nope. Take. No, screw out. Alright, cool. Now what? Alright, there you go. Oh, this is 10,000 pieces. Alright. Hopefully we'll get this done before midnight. I guess we could stop halfway through and then, you know, we get as far as we get. And then come back the next day. Right? Guess I'm not always getting all those out entirely. Alright. Cartridge slot. I guess they're saying that's fucked. Alright, so that's the thing, is like these dudes are like, oh, it just needs cleaned. It needs cleaned. It does not. Shit needs fucking taken. Okay. Okay. And then the heat sink is our main component that we can't get rid of, right? What time we got? Hi! My shift's over. Remember her? I got exams too. My friends would be furious. I'm late. I thought, where's the master? Oh, never mind. I went to sell my phone. It's almost new, but I dropped it. As it turns out, it's a rare Autorola limited edition. It's really expensive. I already found a buyer. I sent a courier over. I got to run that to my bus. All right. Well, let's look at Haruhi's shit real quick. Do I have a replacement screen? I might. All right. Hopefully it's just a screen, or I have to take this whole thing apart to figure out exactly what's wrong. I probably have to take the whole thing apart to figure out what's wrong with it. All right. Okay. What am I missing here? Oh, here you go. Screw here. So sometimes they're highlighted and I'm not. Okay, cool. So do we have to take the whole thing apart to see what else is broken on it? Am I going to disassemble the whole thing and it turns out like that's the... It's just the one cracked bit. All right, antenna looks fine. That looks fine. We're just going to kind of... You know, we did a spot check there. All right, did anything up here? Okay, that's fine. And then battery back on. All right, so do I have a display? Autorola. That's the display, right? Okay, and then I think the screen was cracked as well. So here we go. And then Haruhi's. All right, so just her display is cracked. Okay. So we'll replace that with this display. This top. Screws back in. There you go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, good. Hey, we're good. Cool. Groovy. All right, put that there in my parts. Use our camera phone. Okay, cool. All right, put this here for Haruhi. We're done. That's a good chunk of money. So that's gonna help pay a lot of our bills. All right. Another delivery. I'm right here. The customer's Haruhi. It's an envelope for a payment. Serves on a work. I'm waiting for a call from my meeting, but she hasn't worked out how to use it. But turns out she's broken. It's not funny stuff for right now. Agree and support him. Yep. Good work, buddy. All right, let's see here. Buy the PMP license at Bucket's request. So that's the buy license is right here. Wow. All right, so we need a lot more money before we can start repairing PlayStation Portables and Walkmans and wow. So all right. We'll call it now. It's basically midnight. We don't want to get anyone shut by. So we get so we get back to cleaning this 2600. I guess these are just like there's going to be parts forever. You know what I mean? Should we take the money and put it somewhere? Or is this a safe place for the money to stay? Put it in device on desk. Okay, cool. All right, I guess. All right. There we go. 7 before midnight. All right. Yep. Got money in. We still got in progress. Cool. Completed online orders in progress. Yeah, I don't know what the one online order. Did I sell that dude's phone accidentally? That is unclear to me. All right. I guess we'll open up shop. Let's get back into doing this 2600 here. All right. You need cleaned. All right. And then this is broken. So that's the thing is like, hey, it's, you know, this just needs 30. Your shit's fucked. So like, it's not just like it's dirty. Its shit is broken. Front screen? You want to call that a screen? But okay. Remember, sure that's like a radiation shield for the cartridge. Dirty switches. All right. The little bits can get fiddly to clean, huh? All right, and then we got a dirty switch here. Get all the dirt off of it. Okay, so the cartridge slot is broken / missing, so we need a new cartridge slot. Everything else is fine and clean. So, what's up, Hashimoto? It wasn't easy, but I did it. What happened? I was acting out one class. One old lady thought I was Yakuza. While I was escaping the blows of her handbag, I fell into the bush. I came out the other side. There was a dog that broke its chain. It chased me around like a backpack was full of meat. Unfortunately, the doctor a couple of bites. I was very happy to help chase the class, so I found her. Turns out nearby. Her name is Yui, the girl. I've never seen anyone jump so high, of course. She was just so happy. She called me the hero and gave me a picture. So beautiful. But of course, you're the real hero. We're going to put that. That's nice. We're not going to sell that. That's going to, there you go. That's cool. Kind of boosting our zen. This is the phone I needed to repair. Cool. All right. So he said this is just 30. So here we go. Doing a lot of business on the razors lately. Nope. Get this screw out. Okay. Take you off. Take you off. Take you off. Take you off. All right. Oh. Thing is filthy. All right. Take you off. You. That looks good. Yeah. So speaker's dirty. Clean the speaker. Okay. All right. Antenna goes back. Circuit board's clean. Circuit board goes back. Speaker can go back now. What else is dirty? Display unit's dirty. Yeah, it's an interesting, like, early 2000s electronics nostalgia. I wasn't quite prepared for in my life, but I guess it's here. It's bound to happen sooner or later, right? All right, cool. Put it all back together. Screws in place. Screws in place. Back cover. Display. Back cover. These big ass screws here. These little screws here. Fire it up. There she goes. All right. Box it up. Ship it out. All right, so cool. I was panicking that we accidentally fucked that one dude's. Hopefully they wouldn't let you do it. Yep, thank you. Okay. All right. We still can't afford our thing yet. 2600 online. We keep getting people wanting these cleared or clean, but like there might be dust in there. It's not just it's clean and repair. All right. So now I got to buy let's go buy a 2600 for parts. No signs of life. Doesn't turn on. Go ahead. Ka-ching. All right. Nothing else I can work on at this moment. That was fast. Thank you so much. Pack it up. All right. Big ass screws. So we need the cartridge port from here at least for the one repair. We'll see what else is going on in here. You know, because we know this doesn't turn on. Why? Switches look fine. They call it the display unit, but it's like a heat shield. Cable should be fine. That wouldn't have anything to do with it turning on or not. Bunch of little screws. The cartridge slot looks dirty, but that's fine. We'll take care of that. I'll put that there. We know we need that for our other repair. All right, these two screws here. Nope. Here. Oh yeah, so this is yet another. I almost sort of think of it as like the Animal Crossing type. You know, let's have a life simulator where you have a nice, calm, peaceful life. Which I feel like is probably extremely appealing to basically everyone these days. All right, the switch is broken. The switch is broken. So broken switch. Okay, what? You're broken? Okay, cool. Yeah. So if they show you the, that's where you think it's broken. Okay, so I'm just gonna start like just the endless. Yeah, box O parts. Box O parts. It all goes in a box of parts. Where's the one we're working on here? All right, and then into the box of parts, get the cartridge slot out. I know it's dirty. We'll clean it up. We'll clean it up. Where'd it go? All right, here you go. Now, I probably should clean it up before I put it away. That's probably the most respectful and Japanese forward way of approaching it is, no, clean it before putting it away. I'll try to get in the habit of it. Okay, so now we have everything here. We have all the parts. So board goes here. Screws down where? Here. Weren't they like two little screws? Or no, it just goes straight on. Cartridge slot. Front screen. Front screen gets screwed down. Again, I think this is a radiation shield to protect the ROMs on the 2600, the cartridge from the electrical interference from the rest of the hardware. I think that's what that is. Okay, switch. I guess at least you're not sitting here soldering and desoldering. The assembling and deassembling it's like Lego style, right? It's just like putting pieces together. And I think that's more fun. So, you know, thank you for not making me get a solder iron out. All right. Let's go. Okay, cord, yes. Hook up the cord. Front panel. Screws in the back. Ta-da! It's perfect. All right. Box her up. The PMP license does sound like, hey, that sounds very thrilling to get that, but I don't know if we can I just sell this? Cannot be sold. Device not ready. All right, so some of these we're just gonna have to get enough parts over time to reassemble. Money. All right, I guess online orders. Pokia. There may be dust in there. I kept it, so it's just a clean. Sure. Yep. And then if you want to send me another 2600, I guess I got parts for that in case I need to use it. It just says clean. It doesn't say anything about a repair. So hopefully that's accurate. All right, where's that? Oh. All right. Here. You go here. Let's do you first. All right. As far as repairs, the Nokia was interesting. It's fun. You can just start yanking shit off of it, kind of willy-nilly. And I guess as far as like they were getting some very iconic early 2000s like electronics with the Tamagotchi, the Nokia, and even to an extent the Razor. But then like the 2600, I don't even remotely understand that. But okay. I mean, since they're actually calling it the 2600, I don't know if they're able to get the license for it, and that's why they're doing it. I don't know. I don't know who owns the rights to what the 2600 name is and what it looked like. And it's like, all right, it's a video game console, but like, yeah, I mean, it's interesting to me, but I'm sure there's a good reason. And it's, you know, it's cool, it's conspicuous, but it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. From a gameplay perspective, though, it's very enjoyable. Like nothing is jumping out at me as like, you know, desperately in need of modification. It's very thoughtful. It's very clear what you need to do. Like the things that sort of scared me when I started playing it. Like, am I gonna be able to remember how to put it back together? That's not a problem. Things are kind of clicking together pretty simply. Anything that I would have considered to be maybe like a little arduous as far as reassembling, they're not really bothering you with it. A lot of the stuff, it seems like I can go back in whatever order, right? Like I did the keyboard first, but I put the option key first. It's fine. It's fine. It goes together. You're not gonna hurt this phone's feelings. You know? Animations are good. Like there's a lot. I mean, you know, you didn't have to have that when it's not like the model like swells up a little. That's cool. You know, like did not have to have that happen. Yeah, there's a lot of care and attention in this game, and you can really tell. You know, it's that fit and finish I sometimes talk about when we're doing playtesting, where things feel right, things are sort of clicking together. You know, and it's just like little things. Like watch, the screw hits, and there's like a little bit of an animation for the screw going into the the jar lid, which is also a good touch, right? Watch them. Watch the jar lid. See that? The little animation? You don't have to do that, but it's nice that it's there, and you notice it when it's there. Alright. Take the cartridge. I know that cartridge slot comes off. Let's go. Oh, I have to take the heat shield, or the radiation shield off first. Alright. Great for accuracy, though. It is. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of times what you run into with games, the things that make so often you reference it as feeling, oh, this feels right, because it's hard to articulate what you're looking for, right? And it just kind of gets all clumped together in feeling. One of the best examples I can give you is if anyone's ever tried, they'll have like all kind of like, there's different game making softwares, like, you know, you play with Godot, or you play with Unreal, or you play with Unity, you play with all these different engines or middlewares or whatever. And a lot of times they'll have like, hey, make your own platform game. And they'll explain to you all of the mechanics for the platform game. And then if you go to actually like make like a platform game, and then you make the dude run and you jump, and you just, the first time you do that, I don't know everyone's experience. It's just like, you followed the instructions. Like, okay, so yeah, on left, on right, and then on button release, you're gonna like, however math they're doing it, like, you know, we're gonna move it up the Y axis, and then it's gonna come back down, and it's just kind of like a little, and it's wrong. Mechanically, you did everything you were supposed to, but from years of playing video games, it's just wrong. Like, he's like, bing, he's like up and down like this, and that's important. And then you do something like Mario, like the Mario and Super Mario, it feels right. There's something about the Mario jump that is perfect, from like the acceleration up to the moment he hangs and he descends, and the amount of control you have back and forth. It's so tight and dialed in that numerically you can reproduce it, but the only way you can get that is by playing it and feeling it and going, yes, that feels right. And so, yeah, a lot of times the only thing you can express it is as a feeling, because it's kind of like the human experience of like, of interacting with the systems, right? and it's the best way. So like, yeah, a lot of the stuff about this feels right. Whether it's like, and then trying to articulate, well, why does it feel right? That's a bit of a challenge. Okay, so all the parts are clean. Slot. All right. Not having to. I'll give you an example. Not having to finick the parts in place. Right. I didn't have to reorient this board. So whatever way I have the board here, it seems like right. Just put the switch in. Right there, and it rotates, and that's nice. That's kind, and it doesn't force you into a specific perspective. You can kind of see how stuff goes together. That's kind of fun. It's an interesting way to do it. You're gonna make me put the back on first. You're gonna make me put the back on first. That's fine. I respect that. I respect that decision. All right, and the cord goes in here, and the top goes on here, and it'll spin your ass around, and then screw. And then screw. And then the two short screws. See? Long and short screws too. And we're perfect. What time is it? It is about midnight. Just in time for us to close up shop. We'll see if the dude comes pick up the package. You may pick up the package. We are a reliable place. We could make use of this last 15 seconds. But we're not, just in case someone comes by. My only notes! Don't make me turn the radio on, man! I keep forgetting to turn the radio on, and I want the hip hop beats. I want it though. Bing bing bing, bing bong, honko it. Right? You don't need the honko. That's a nice touch. It's a Tuesday, day 4. All right, bust it. We could sink our money we have right now into this license. All right, and now we can do that. So hopefully we'll make some more money because that's most of our cash. But we should have enough for rent and our internet bill, so we should be okay. I did. Did I not buy that license? What did I miss? Yeah, you have a license now, right? Oh, okay. Please forget my intrusion. Good news. The championship ended a couple hours ago. The results are out. I came in first. You won't believe, but my final round with the new joystick decided it's because of thank you so much. It looked like things are going well for you too. Congratulations on getting a Noni PMP license. As a promise, get you in work. Can you fix it, please? Sure. I don't know where I put my... Can I... There you go. All right. Let's get into this bitch. All right. Take the back off. All the screws. All the screws. All right, that comes out. Sky Hill. Got a Silent Hill game in there. Nice. I want there to be different games back there. That would be a nice touch. It's just a JPEG. It's just a ping. But it would mean so much that like when you do these, if there's different games in there, right? That would be really cool. All right, that's like a drive. It's a battery. It's a back. Find all the screws. Take all the screws out. Find the screws. Take the screws. Yank them out. Nope, that's already out. Front off, okay. You off. You off. Is that it? Surely there's more. Yep, okay. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I like how it's just you have to I would get it like, hey, to be a Sony authorized repair person for the PSP. You'd think it'd be like you have to like, learn how to do shit. It's just like, hey, just give us money for the license. But I'm sure it'd be something like, yeah, here's how you order here's how you actually disassemble the thing. It's probably something like that. Is anything on here actually broken? No. The display board, the front panel is filthy. It is filthy. Yeah, if I'm being completely honest from a, like, playtesting stance, I feel like this is going to be where I have, like, the least amount of things to say. This is really fun. This is really well done. I'll be fucked if I have a whole lot of, criticism. I have almost none. I'll reach deep into my soul to find something to complain about, but it's great. It's a great little game. All right, so Wi-Fi board. They're saying the Wi-Fi board goes in first, and then the metal frame goes in second, and then the motherboard. Motherboard will get you, motherfucker. All right, motherboard goes in where? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right. All right. Display frame. Control board. Screw in our display frame. Yeah, so it's a delightful combination of lo-fi hip-hop beats to study and chill out to / iFixit teardowns / Russian restoration YouTube videos. And it works. It works good. Front panel. Wait, what? I have 2 more screws I gotta put in, or? No, I put those in already. All right, and then display, and then the front bit. Yeah. From a mat, and hey, put it in Japan. Japanese travel videos, like, those are also all the rage, right? No, that doesn't go in, right? That goes in next? That goes in next? Okay. The disk drive lid. Oh, screws go in here. All right, battery lid. Screw it back up. Bing. Bang. Perfect. Perfect. Take your shit. All right. I see my PMP on the counter. Thank you so much. Payment as usual. A new demo from the studio, Mendragora, came out to PM Store. It's called Restory. I'll put it on my wish list to do the same. Okay, yeah. So great. We have a new master. I was really sad when the one missing Sakamoto told me he was involved in the wrong people. It definitely won't happen to you. Draw a happy Pac-Man and tug the rope. No way, you finished a playlist. Oh, the playlist to play test. Don't be in a hurry to leave. Customers with new requests won't be able to see you, but email orders and marketplace will continue to work. This is a small part of the planned game. Full version, we're going to have lots of cult devices and cool characters whose lives will change after you meet. Complete a small survey. All right, I guess that's it. They decided for me that we'll do it. I will definitely do the survey. I will send them the video. I will, like, paraphrase my thoughts here. I usually like to find things that I think need, or I would, you know, hey, this is fun, this is cool, is not useful, right? That's not really, it's good to hear. I don't know when a developer or someone needs encouragement behind a project, something to keep you moving along and driving you, and that positivity be good, but, like, sometimes it's nice to have someone who could come in with an objective, don't really have any stakes in the game feedback and go, like, I think that this is bad, or this isn't fun, or, like, you know, this needs improved. Slow down the clock. My first thought is, if it's not in the settings, make that. That's a little bit, if you're telling me I want to get to bed before midnight, that's a little bit of pressure. You can, I don't know what your goal of the game is. If there is, I'm assuming it's not like a high score type game of, like, where, you know, you want to have the most money. It doesn't feel like that kind of game. It doesn't seem like it's that kind of game. So if there is some element of skill, or, like, how fast you put it together, how fast you can put it apart, have that be a separate mode, or a module, or, like, a game event where it's like, how fast can you take apart a Nokia, clean it, put it back together, right? Otherwise, let me kind of drop the speed on, because it seems like it's supposed to be a cozy, relaxing game. There was a little bit too much go on. if that kind of flies in the face of some of the dynamics of the game of like, well, now you're gonna be able to get 10 times as much shit done, then have part of the remuneration of like you getting paid associated with the speed of it, right? Have that be like a multiplier. So like if you're operating at like the lowest speed, you get 80% of what you would normally get. If you operate at the default speed, you get 100%. If you operate at a higher speed, you get 120. So if you do have someone who, if there is some part of it where you're building it like you want it to be skill based and kind of like, you know, to develop a rapport with the device, to become, you know, like Forrest Gump dismantling his rifle, right, and putting it back together, drill sergeant. I would do something like that, because otherwise, if you just want to sit here and relax and chill, and you're on stream and whatever, the time is moving too quick. It's at least for me. So I would say have the time be adjustable if that gets in the way of any goals that you have as far as a player generating revenue to unlock stuff in the game. Slowing it down, you get, you know, 80%. You know, you make a little bit less, so you can balance that out. If you're having a game geared so like the average player should be making 3,000 yen per day, then slowing it down, each repair gets you a little bit less money, but it would maybe make it so you can relax and enjoy the game a little bit more. That would be my one big piece of feedback, is to have that. From a personal preference, a lot of the stuff that you said, throwing it away, feel like these wires and these like clamp the garbage around your desk. I like how you're probably trying to do the variety of items around it, but a lot of that from someone who does get into electronics, have electronic repairs, that's not garbage. Old wires, old cables, that shit's super not garbage. Put it somewhere, like if you have your parts box here, which seems like it's for active parts for game-based devices, but some part of my brain is like rejecting it. It's like, no, the place where I'm throwing the old cardboard box, or like the take-out food container, I'm not throwing out these old cables there. I'm not throwing out these wires and stuff. Like it is almost like antithetical to this cozy little Japanese repair shop where, like, hey, you know, you're probably saving it. No, we can fix everything. We can fix the screwdriver. Like, we're not throwing shit away, right? We ain't throwing away a goddamn thing. So that's probably a thematic change more so than a gameplay commentary. Monty says maybe the cute little Japanese men aren't interested in money as they're retired. Maybe to start, yeah, that's the other thing. That's like this type of game. So what Monty's referencing, without getting too deep into it, the people who make this game probably know this, but it's not unusual for men in Japan. You work at one company. This is traditional. Things are changing. You start out at school. You work at one company. You're like 22, 21 years old. You go to work for a company. You work there for like 25 years. You become 47, and then you retire from your business, and then you start a second career, right? You go become a fisherman. You learn to make ramen. You make soba, right? You set up a little repair shop or electronic shops. So a lot of times you have like the little old men running the store. They've not been working in that store since they've been 10. And many occasions, that's their second career. Personally, our tour guide from the first time we went to Japan, shout out Kojima Ted Kojima, Osaka Ted, he was a baker. And then, you know, he turned like 40, I forget it was 45, something like that. And he wanted to become a tour guide. So it's just his second career. You leave the business world to make room for the younger men to come in and take out. So yeah, so this would be like a retired, you know, I'm not interested in money. Like the little girl, but the little touches, we didn't charge a little girl, so she gave us an origami crane. That's beautiful. So there's a lot of really cool things there. So like from a gameplay perspective, the time or adjusting the time, or if you are pressing for something like, hey, I want to see how quick you can clean or repair this, have that be a mode. Have that be something you can opt into, and then you could just sort of do like this zen out, just bliss out, sit here, you know, clean some stuff, put it together, chat with chat, and then just turn the clock down. And if that gets in the way of again, like, you know, as X number of dollars per day for game progression that you're trying to gatekeep. Make it so you make less money in the slow mode. Because I would definitely just as soon do the slow mode. And thematically, some of that stuff's not garbage. Other than that, it's really good. I don't have a whole lot of criticism. I just don't. Yeah, it's fun. It's super cool. And also because of the way the clock ticks. Paperweight! Thank you for the raid, Paperweight. We'll let Paperweight's intro play out. Good morning. What ho, Paperweight? What ho? Let it play out.
Can't take it. Let's get the win. How did we do?
Let him cook. Let him cook!
Top of the board. Oh my
board.
goodness, that never happens. That is the first truly legitimate first place I've ever got. That is fantastic. Screenshot that one. Someone clip it quickly. Before it goes away.
Buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Raiders, thanks for stopping by. I'm playing Restory. I've just hit the end of the playtest of Restory. It's a cozy early 2000s Japanese repair shop simulator where Nintendo's not yet. They have not hit the Poke-Clone yet, but this was another game I wanted to play test. So I had to get to it. Here, I'll even do this. I'll give you guys an idea of what it is. So what this is you run a shop in Japan and you get old early 2000s devices. This auto roller razor, for instance, right? And we're going to disassemble it and we're going to clean and repair it. And then we're going to get money for it. And then that's it. So far in this game, we've done an auto roller razor. We did a Pokia cell phone. We did a Tamagotchi. We did a big flashlight. And we did a motherfucking Atari 2600. Like, straight up an Atari 2600. They call it an Atari 2600. It looks like an Atari 2600. It is an Atari 2600. And I don't know how or why they got, like, the licensing rights to that, but it's oddly specific. But yeah, we'll take apart this razor and we'll clean it up. Sometimes it has broken parts, you know, and then we can go online to order more parts. I got some parts set aside here. Like if our front panel was broken, I got an additional razor front panel, but we didn't need it. So we're just going to go through. Here's all our pieces. The speaker's dirty. We'll clean the speaker. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. All right. So it's like power washing simulator slash lo-fi hip hop beats to study and chill out to, because it has that same aesthetic. Everything is clean. Everything's clean. So we'll start reassembling. Right. Display frame, display unit, front panel, keyboard cover. Keyboard cover? I guess so. Keyboard cover. If you say so. Then the antenna. Are you with the antenna housing first, and then the antenna, right? And then what? The circuit board. So you don't have to remember the exact order everything goes in. You can put them in like slightly out of order, and the game's kind of fine with it. Like it doesn't, you know, it's not going to beat you up. That there, and that goes there, and this goes here. All the screws get set aside. All right, and put our circuit board back in here now. All right, put the speaker in. There's no soldering, but there are screws. And that's like the extent of like the hyper technical. The rest of it's just kind of like a puzzle. All right, and then spin you around. Put those two big things back in. Hey presto, our auto roller razor is clean. Put it back out here for the online orders. They'll pick it up. They'll drop off money. Throw our box away. We got this cool little crane from a girl. We fixed her Tamagotchi. There's our money. Boom. So we reached the end of the playtest, so we're not going to get any more storyline. No one's going to walk by anymore. But they said you could keep getting online orders. So I haven't gotten one of these Atari CX400. I guess this is a Hope's Fate. Good morning, Hope's Fate. You probably did. All right, so it's the Atari 2600 joystick. And like I was saying earlier, there was a time in my life where I worked at a video game shop, and I would repair controllers. Super Nintendo. I did 2600. I did some Genesis controllers. PlayStation controllers were a little bit complicated, but like older stuff we totally did. And this is 1000% anatomically accurate for an Atari 2600 controller. Entirely accurate, like creepily so. So whoever was doing this put a lot of care and attention into these parts. But this is exactly what this looks like. It's like these sort of hand-drawn traces as well. Like it's not neat, it's not clean, it's not tidy. It's perfect. Because we used to also get like the Atari 2600 controller, oh, the cord is fucked. Throw the cord away. So we have to get a replacement cord. The Atari 2600 cable, the pin out for the pin is identical to the Genesis, right? So you could also like yank that out. The up, down, left, right. The buttons are in the same order. Well, I mean, the Genesis has 3 buttons, but like the action button on a 2600 would work for like I think the C button or the B button. All right. But yeah, I mean, this is just straight up a Atari 2600 joystick. And it's fun. It's pensive. Like you just get sit here and then again kind of zone out. All right, so we need. Do I have a old? I do. But what parts do I have for it? I don't have a cord for a controller. So is there anything? Let's go online. Atari 2600 cord. So we'll go ahead and buy one. We could try and so we also have stuff that's partially assembled. And we're missing pieces. So we have like bits and pieces. I guess we could buy more parts and like offload like stuff that is partially built and rebuild it. So like, you know, we have this one. This is someone's online order, but the rest of these are just like parts. All right. Get the cord out. All right, come on. Getting the cord out can be a little tricky. So, all right. Circuit board. Circuit board. Action button. Housing. Cable. Cable. Top. Screws back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. She done. There you go. Cleaned it up. And send it on its way. Every month, I think we have to have like 2,000 yen for our rent. So we have to keep that going. We have the slowest internet service. I don't know why it would matter. But that's like 500 yen. But other than that, we gotta pay our bills and keep shit going, right? Like clean up the shop from time to time. We do have our license here to work on the Noni PMP. We had to buy that separately, but like I said, this is a nice little crane that a little neighborhood girl gave us for fixing her Tamagotchi. It was sweet. So, all right, what are we missing from this auto rollout? So this is like our loose bits and pieces. So I guess I could buy a display unit, a front panel, an antenna, a circuit board, a battery, and like well, you know, let's see. Get some parts here. All right, yeah. Back to my parts. All right, so what do we need? We need we have a battery cover. Do we need a keyboard cover? Why am I not keyboard cover? I guess we need one. Keyboard cover. Can we filter this by the auto roll eraser? We can, okay. So we need a display unit. We need a battery. We need back panel. We need antenna. We need circuit board. We need display unit. So what do we have? For some reason it doesn't say we need a keyboard cover, but that's not listed. I don't know if that's the unknown part. So antenna, display unit, battery, antenna, display unit, battery, back panel, front panel. We need a front panel still. Front panel. Front panel. And then that's everything. Checkout, bye. Those will arrive. They did say something about make sure you go to bed before midnight, but we stayed up to 3 in the morning one time, and I didn't see any real problem with that. All right, so let's see if we can get this back together, Humpty Dumpty style. All right, we'll just bring all this out here. I think we need all of it, or close to all of it. All right, all of it. All right, cool. All right, what are we missing now? Nothing. So we have all the pieces. So we might have an extra piece left over because I wasn't paying close attention. But the display frame goes on. Go on. Is that not the display frame? That should be. All right, display frame on. Display unit on. Front panel on. Screw it down. Bada bing. Had any HTC through the hop shift? Not yet. But they did indicate that there's a lot of there's a lot more, you know, nostalgic goods. And they have given us indication, like based on the licenses I can purchase, right? That they're talking Walkmans and PlayStations, and who knows what else. But yeah, there's. It seems like they put like a lot of care and attention into some of these. It's been really cool. All right, so antenna housing. Screw down the antenna housing. Put our antenna in. Right, that not the antenna? That's the antenna. Put the antenna in. Circuit board. Circuit board. Speaker. Back panel. Back panel goes on. Screw that down. Bing. Bing. Battery goes in place. Battery cover goes on. I guess we didn't need these 2 parts, so we have 2 extra parts. Don't forget to remove the... I won't. Right, and we'll store those for later. And then we'll sell this online, I guess, right? Bada bing. And so they'll go for 26,000 yen. We didn't have that much in parts at all. So after midnight, so we'll pull the shutter, turn off our music, and we'll bike to head home, right? And then there's storyline that's normally happening that we've exhausted, but that's kind of the game. You go through and you clean electronics, and it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's a cute little game. Like I said, this is a playtest. It's not out yet. I don't know when they actually intend to have it come out and stuff, but I've been having fun. Looks pretty. Like I said, it looks exactly like the Lo-Fi Hip Hop Girl YouTube channel. And I think that was not accidental. But yeah, my only complaints, like with criticisms, are like this clock is driving me nuts. It goes too fast. Time goes far too fast. And so what we have left over, we still have like leftover components of this Atari 2600 joystick, which is just this, right? So they consider this to be the joystick. When there's no other parts here, this is still considered a joystick. So this does not go into the parts bin. This has to go over here, which is kind of irritating. Same thing with this whole ass Atari 2600, right? This is it. It's just this like the heat shield. It's not even the it's not even the motherboard. It's not the circuit board. I think this is just like a heat shield. This is it, and it's missing all the other parts. So I guess to get rid of this, you don't think I had a flip phone? You had an old Ericsson somewhere. Did the rounds of phone manufacturers throughout the years. I did. I mean, I had a flip phone briefly. My Sony Ericsson, I should have had a flip phone. You know what? Maybe my Ericsson wasn't a flip phone. That was a slide. And then I moved real quickly into like the PDA type things, like a Motorola Blackjack. I definitely had like a Motorola Blackjack. Pretty soon, once those became like available, I started to have one of those. And a Motorola Q. This doesn't actually look like my Blackjack, but you know, whatever. Like this is close enough. But like one of these boys here. Here, like one of them. Like that. I got into these pretty quickly. Like as soon as I was able to, I started getting into like this style of phone. I don't know if this is the exact same one. It doesn't look right to me. And honestly, most of these were like through my buddy Luke. Um, especially like in the early 2000s, like, it seems like people would get like work issued phones all the time. 2006, so it'd be even earlier than that. And he would just like have it like, hey, you want this? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. He's like, yeah, they're giving us a new phone. They told us like to throw the old ones away. Like that's what they would do. It was like, so I went from like a Sony Ericsson slide phone. I'd have to figure out which one it is, for like a really hard to handle headphone jack. Like we had custom headphones. It was a real pain in the ass. To like one of these. And then once I got to like these, I never looked back. 2006 almost seems slightly off to me because definitely I had a Droid. Like as soon as the Android, the Motorola Droid came out, I had one of those. Like immediately, and then never looked back. So that should have been like 2007 or 2008. So this being 2006 seems a little bit late, but this type of phone I got into pretty hardcore. But yeah, I mean it's the game. That's the game. This is the game, right? And you could just turn on your radio, and at this point in time, I guess we could just go through and clear this shit out, or take orders online. Like they say, hey, you can keep cleaning shit, right? And then buy like a broken Tamagotchi, right? And see what it takes to fix it up. Like look at the delivery time. Bada bing, bada boom. Right, here's your Egagachi. And we can take it apart and figure out what the story with him is. What's going on? What's making him sad? The battery's bad. I can tell you that much right now. It may be dirty, but like usually batteries don't get dirty like that. They should be gafuckled. Take her apart. Speaker. And then, a couple screws here. And so yeah, I think this game is going to mostly live and die on a handful of things. Like one of the main things is going to be like just the variety of devices you get. So the speaker's dirty and the button cell is dirty. So let's clean up the speaker. And then the battery is just dirty. You think it would maybe need replaced. And then reassemble it. Bada bing. Bada boom. Betty boop. What goes on next? The circuit board. Screws in. Screw in. And again, when I first started taking these things apart, I got a little panicky. Like, am I gonna remember how to put this back together? It all kind of snaps together. They're not making it too hard on you. Oh, that goes there. Yep. Haven't had any real problems. The most complicated thing was the PSP. It was like 10 million parts, but even that wasn't too bad. Back together. There we go. Egagachi is up and running. We fixed it. Off it goes. There you go. So that's the game. I'll start wrapping up. So, we're Monty Python. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Screaming Platypus, as always. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Paperweight, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the raid. Hope's Fate, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting as well. All the other raiders, thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. To everyone who's watching, I'd like to thank you for watching me play video games. You did not have to watch me play video games. You could have played video games yourself. You could have done something utterly unrelated to video games. You could have watched a movie. The movie I will suggest, it's not necessarily tied directly to this style of game, but it makes me think of it, is Departures, which is a Japanese film about the funerary industry, about the industry of like people dying, morticians and funeral directors and that. And it's a really like sort of heartwarming film because it gets very much into like even in modern day Japan how the concept of death is it's dirty. Like people who work with the dead, it's a caste system type thing that still remains to this day. So but it's something to be said for like them sort of dealing with like still having to deal with death like a form of dignity. So really cool little film. Check it out. Departures. Really nice. But you didn't watch Departures. You watched me play video games. I might not understand the decision, but I appreciate you making it nonetheless. To everyone who wasn't watching, I thank you for not watching me. I appreciate when people don't watch me because I appreciate when people leave me the fuck alone. Let's go ahead and raid someone. Anyone we know, anyone we're following. Nope, none of our friends are streaming. All our friends are dead. got kicked in the head. All our friends are dead. So we'll go over to Indigo Viper 436. They're playing Phasmophobia. They're doing a charity stream. I reckon. So let's go ahead and see them. The raid will sort out. We'll be done for the week. I might stop by on the weekend. We might play, we might not, especially the year rolls on. Have more and more free time, but we'll see. So just keep your eyes peeled on alerts. When we get back, we're going to be doing more. I would love to do more Forks and Daggers, but I need everyone else to participate in that. We'll definitely be doing some more Mamon King. We got to get back to It Takes Two with Monty Python. Zaku no Ahiru, Neon Villages. There's a lot of games I got to play, so we'll figure it out together. But yeah, when we get back next week, we'll definitely do more games. But Restory is cool. I'll fill out my playtest notes, and that definitely escapes some later too. And that'll be it. On that note, I hope everyone has a good day. Yins be good. Peace out and deuces. Bye, everyone.